barbershop conversation, guys. Feel free hit the subscribe button. So I just saw on Seconds Out, I saw an interview with Eddie Hearn, and he said something that was rather interesting, rather compelling. He said he had to chase Jarell Big Baby Miller down to sign the papers, and he also implied that Big Baby Miller quite possibly could have been doing PEDs prior to the Anthony Joshua fight. And I thought that was pretty damning. It's I think I need to give my 30-second history on how I feel about drugs. Dre is a doctor. I helped put her through med school. I've never taken a prescription drug. I lean on Dr. CB, the documentary that Nipsey Hussle was working on prior to his murder. Dre believes in medicine, I don't. And how I feel about cheaters as it relates to sports, don't like them at all. At all. I don't respect them. I think people who do it the right way, who maximize their physical talents by doing it the right way, getting a nutritionalist, getting supplements, it's the right thing to do. I think it should be, at some point, it's going to have to take someone to get murdered. It's going to have to take someone to get paralyzed. I guarantee you. For someone to test dirty and they realize that their opponent, that the opponent that they was fighting had a lifelong injury, for them to press charges, because a willful act deserve consequences. It's like malice, right? Malice and forethought is murder, right? That's the definition of murder. To have malice, anger, and visceral hate, and forethought. That means you thought of it before. You have malice and forethought when you take a PED and lace those gloves up. That's malice and forethought. That's attempted murder if the man survives. If the man doesn't survive, that's murder. I genuinely believe that. If you want to do it in your personal life, you want to get stronger, you want to get buff, do what you do. I mean, you live your life to the best of your capabilities, but as it relates to combat sports especially, and professional football, American football, man, it's stiff charges. 1 year ban is not good enough, because the man can just go to Mexico and get a fight. The man can go to Nevada, won't get him a clinch, but maybe like Indianapolis, he'll get a license in Indianapolis. Maybe he'll go over to the UK. Well, Anthony Joshua, so he probably won't get one, but I'm saying he can go to Africa and get a license. He can go to Japan and get a license, It's no uniformity as it relates to combat sports. So I genuinely believe that Jarell Big Baby Miller got a lot of answers to do. If I'm Jarell Big Baby Miller, I don't get in the way of the press tour moving forward. But I have a press conference, and you invite media down, and you just let it go. You let it go. You tell people why you did it, and you move on. It's kind of like A-Rod. He had a press conference. He said, you know what? I'm tired of hiding this shit. I might as well just come out. And I'm a lifelong Yankees fan. I'm like, oh, you cheated? Oh, man. It's like A-Rod wasn't my favorite player. Obviously, Mariano Rivera, the last number 42 to ever play professional baseball. And shortstop, Derek Jeter. Number 2, Derek Jeter. All my Yankee fans got that. And I think that he just needs to have a press conference. Fuck that Instagram shit. Put on the suit. Get your press relations. You done lost all the money you can possibly have. You done lost all your dignity, self-respect. You might as well just take it on the chin and allow media to ask their questions, and you can start the healing process. It's similar to someone dying. The healing process typically doesn't start until you put them in the ground, or you cremate them, You're planning a funeral. You're bringing people in. Someone's grieving. You call them. You're grieving. They call you. But the finality of it is putting them in the ground. And Big Baby Miller, it's time. All these guessing. Eddie Hearn is going to rip you to shreds over the next 5 weeks. And you should just have a press conference. You know, call Eddie Hearn to schedule a press conference. I'm sure he'll be in New York for a small card sometime soon. He'll fly to New York on the way back to the UK after the Canelo fight and Jacobs fight. You know, so be responsible, man. Take it on the chin. You know, it's hard. It's hard. You know. You know. Ego should never get in the way of truth, guys. I'm gonna say this again. Ego should never get in the way of truth. And I'm not saying I've been perfect at this. I'm not talking to you as if I'm God. I'm talking to you as if I am a humble servant right now. And I just think that it's very, very important that we swallow our pride, swallow our ego for truth. And Jarell, somebody send this to Jarell Big Baby Miller. Someone send this video to him. And tweet it to him. Somebody tweet it to him. He needs to have a day, 2 hours in front of the media. And have a cathartic experience. Allow that to be your first counseling session. You know, because what you want to do is have people have a level of empathy for you and sympathy. You know, right now, no one has any sympathy or empathy. You failed 3 tests, you know, and to me, I've already deemed you. I've already vilified you. But now it's, you got to start planning your redemption song. You have to start planning like, I can come back from this. You're 20 something years old. You can come back from this. Is it going to be hard to gain people's trust? Yes, because this is the second time in 2014 you failed the test. Yet you've had a great 5-year run, you know, and you know, now it's time for you to be sincere. You know, from a human, I want you to come back from this. From a black man, I especially want you to come back from it. But now you got to do it the right way. You know, all those disrespectful words you said about Deontay Wilder and his girl and Anthony Joshua and his mother. I never liked that stuff. You know what I mean? Because wherever I come, you know how many fights I got into in middle school and high school talking about another man's mother or someone talking about my mother? You know, like countless. And you guys can say the same thing. You know, on the basketball court, on the baseball field. You talking about my mama, nigga? Bop, bop, bop. It goes down where I grow up. You talk about someone's mama. You know, so what really got me over was when he protected Blue Blood. You know, that kind of galvanized my spirit. It wasn't Jarell Big Baby Miller himself. It was the fact that I honored and respect Blue Blood, and that's why I was like, okay, I'm fucking with Big Baby Miller on this fight. You know, but anyways, man. Long story short, it's a Clipper game. I'm about to go watch the game with Clipper Darryl. We're gonna have a great time. So have a great time, y'all. I appreciate y'all. Jarell Big Baby Miller, hold a press conference, okay, in Brooklyn, on your terms at somebody's restaurant. No health food restaurant. All right, no pun intended. But, you know, at a hall, invite the media down. They can't wait to interview you. And just let it go, man. Let it go and move on and grow. You know, it's time. And try and find a way to get that $7 million payday back, you know. Heavyweights last a long time. You got another 12 years to be a heavyweight. You got till you're 40 years old, man. You know, so anyways, barbershop conversations. Feel free to subscribe, but talk to you guys soon. Peace.